here in Ghent, but I think tomorrow I'll explore your beautiful city a little more, drink a little less, maybe find myself at one of your wonderful museums. Thank you for all being here. It's such a beautiful day out. I wish I was outside just exploring. I'll probably be back in Europe a lot more this year and next year. And it's fun for me. I'm going to be directing a film in Italy based on a short story by Nikolai Gogol, the great Ukrainian-Russian author, that introduces to the sort of pantheon of horror creatures a new one, a creature called the Belgio. I think the Russians might pronounce it the Vi. We're going to call it the Belgio. And he's a fallen angel, the guard of purgatory. And he falls to earth and curses a beautiful young girl to be his bride in waiting for when he returns to guard the gates of purgatory. And we'll be shooting in a little remote village we found in southern Italy. It looks amazing. It's as if Peter Jackson built a fabulous set in the forest. And I'm really excited. I'm just finished working on the script, and I've had meetings with my producers in Rome, and we found this great village, and we're hoping to maybe get a wonderful actor like Christopher Lee, or Raoul Bola from Alien vs. Predator, perhaps Andrew Deboff from Wishmaster, assembling a great cast and shooting it maybe as soon as February of 2008. I have a bunch of new stuff out. You guys can come to robertenglund.com, and most of it's listed there, but I'm particularly proud of a movie that just came out on DVD called Behind the Mask, which I encourage you to see, because I know you fans like the deconstructed horror of Sam Raimi and Wes Craven, and this is a new director named Scott Wasserman, who did a terrific job with a great cast. So if you see it in the video store, rent for one night, because I'm proud of it. And also my episode of Masters of Horror, directed by Toby Hooper, called Dance of the Dead. Don't let the kids see it, because it's pretty nasty. I'm very proud of that. We were nominated for the Cable Ace Award, as well as the Emmy in the United States. Anyway, so that's enough of me making a speech. No, there's not a lot of you here, but don't be embarrassed. Speak up. You can ask anything you want. I'm here to answer your questions. So, who has a question? Yes, sir.
Can you tell us more about the second 2001 million?
Oh, yeah, the questions regarding if there's going to be a sequel to 2001 Maniacs. And I believe so. There's a terrific script. In fact, I like the script better than the original one. It's called The Beverly Hellbillies. And it's going to be nice and cheesy and grindhouse and sexy and gory. And the Hellbillies, the Maniacs, are on the road in this one. And we wind up with a kind of a carnival type roadside attraction that we run. And a reality TV group is passing through, and they find us, and they think we're very eccentric, and they want to exploit us for their reality television. And it turns out that one of the members of the reality TV team is Paris Hilton, so I think the Maniacs are going to get Paris. But we should be shooting that in late spring, after I rest from directing my movie. Grow my hair out long for the mayor button. You had a question.
Well, I wanted to talk about Dance with the Dead because I really loved it. And I wanted to know how it happened that you played that movie. Is it Toby Hooper who has to play, or did you know he was about to make a movie for the Master of Horror series or something like that?
Well, could you repeat it once more?
So, how did it happen that you played in the Toby Hooper movie, Dancing with the Dead? Is it you who took contact with him, or?
Oh no, they called me. They actually. I'm so proud of this. They were fighting over me. Lucky McGee, who directed a great movie a couple of years ago called May, and who I just worked with again on a movie called Red, starring Brian Cox. He wanted me to do a project there, and I think Dario Argento, wanted me for the project, but Toby won. He got me, Toby Hooper got me, and it was fun for me because it was sort of my Joel Grey Cabaret from Hell character. But I always like working for Toby because we understand each other, and when you work with the director you've worked for before, you're very relaxed. It was a great crew too, just a top talent up in Vancouver, Canada. And we actually used a lot of the set from Dark Angel. That was left over from that show, so we used a lot of that in the production. But it was fun. Wonderful young actor who was a real comer that stars in that show, Jonathan Tucker. But I was on the set, and in the original script, I don't beat the mother, but the mother was so evil, and Toby comes up to me and he goes, Robert, you know those old Peckinpah movies, you know, where the bad guys rape Mexican girls, you know, maybe you just do something really horrible to the mother, because I realize she's caused all this bad. Okay, Toby, sure. So I got, and then that one woman was such a terrific actress that played the, the bad mom, but I mean, it's strange. I mean, that's almost as bad as some of the things I've done as Freddie, to pistol whip somebody's mother to death. But that was just something Toby came up with. And then Toby was like, come here, I need more blood. I got more blood around the mother. No, it's not enough blood, It's my Toby Hooper impression. Okay, yes.
Probably heard this question a couple times before, but what about a sequel to
Well, I think what's going to happen with Nightmare on Elm Street, and if they don't do it soon, it's going to be Freddy versus Viagra. I think there may be a prequel. I know there is a prequel script circulating somewhere. I'm not sure if it's been optioned by New Line, but I know that one exists. I find that kind of intriguing. I know at one point they talked to John McNaughton, and that would lead me to believe that they're thinking of doing it in a kind of documentary style. Maybe kind of like a Law and Order episode, from hell kind of thing, where you would see the dead children. Who's killing the children? Dead children. Who all cut up. And then you maybe meet the Freddy Krueger character, Fred Krueger janitor. And then the couple of cops, the chain-smoking cop, his overweight partner, they solve the crimes, and they arrest Fred Krueger, and they put him in jail, and then Freddy probably makes his cellmate have a nightmare, kill himself or something. And then the lawyers get Fred Krueger out of jail. Those would be terrific roles, the guys who get Freddy Krueger out of jail, right?